What is reciprocal treatment? Good sayings about how to treat people. The phrase reciprocal treatment is repeated many times in life. Grandparents also admonished many times, in life, you must know how to treat people, son. Behaving intelligently and wisely is like an art. Not only that, it is also a life skill, the secret to helping people be more successful in all fields. How to treat people, a lifelong lesson. What is the treatment of people? Simply put, that's how to treat people in life. Behave in a right way. To please people is not an easy thing. A person who knows how to handle skillfully and delicately in all situations is someone who knows himself or herself and knows how to live with others in a reasonable manner. People who are well-mannered, well-behaved, are often liked and respected by others. These people are also often very quick-witted, able to adapt to any situation. How to treat others, how to handle situations are extremely meaningful and practical lessons. And we have to practice throughout life, not learn in day 1, day 2. The ancients have summed up many very good sayings on this topic. Each situation in life will need to treat the world differently. Tact, or in the public environment. The office is a complex environment, sometimes very visual. How to always keep the right attitude and behave for people mindful of submission. Take note of some of the following. Be calm and confident when presenting your point of view. At work, it is inevitable disagreements with bosses or colleagues. Instead of arguing for discord, behave delicately. It is possible to meet people in person to sit down and talk about suggestions, to present convincing arguments. Respect colleagues, avoid narcissistic view yourself better, despise the opinions of others. Each person has different educational backgrounds and cultures, so it is normal to have different views. Do not say bad colleagues. If not satisfied, should be frank and delicate suggestions. Do not deliberately divide the rafts. With employers, the ingenious treatment is also shown in the simple, reject candidates. If the candidate does not meet, they can send a response email. It is attached to thank you, please leave a record to contact when you need. Obviously, just a few words also make the recipient feel comfortable. Meanwhile, many companies choose to unobtrusively dealing with people in business. Behavior in the business environment is often quite diverse. There are many relationships: entrepreneur society, entrepreneur customer, entrepreneur partner, etc. These relationships may arise many conflicts of interests, criteria, guidelines, etc. Whatever the relationship is, it is necessary to respect each other and take the initiative in situations. Not yet scolded by customers, not yet a business person, a funny saying in the world. There are many reasons why customers complain, get angry, upset. In this situation, don't be upset, the word of mouth makes a big deal. You can lose customers very quickly. Stay calm, listen to customer opinions. Show them that you are trying to solve the problem. Or when the opponent launches tricks, big promotions to attract customers. Will you find a way to bring them down or defame them? Why not spend time researching, focusing on the quality, the strengths of the product? Make your customers believe in your products and services. Thus, even though the price is more expensive than the competition, the customer also understands that it is expensive. In Japanese corporate culture, they often find out the parties carefully, avoiding confrontational conflicts. The parties make decisions in the spirit of keeping the word love, on the basis of mutual benefits. Good dealings with people, good behavior in education. Preschool children are still very young and do not know right from wrong. Behave very smartly, delicately so that the children do not feel hurt. For example, there is a teacher who bluntly points out the child's mistakes, does not give a good child card without words of encouragement. This makes the baby embarrassed, hurt and go home to be scolded by the mother. Over time, children may feel self-deprecating, do not like to communicate, etc. Teachers should respect students, whether they are big or small. Have faith in your goodness. If you make mistakes, don't criticize them harshly. Point out the bad things, highlight the advantages and the positives. Please comment on the shortcomings of students with a sincere and loving attitude, etc. There are many cases from bad, stubborn students becoming obedient and studious. The simple secret lies in the love, dedication and skillful behavior of the teachers. 18 tips for dealing with people of the past to help you benefit for a lifetime. A person, no matter how smart, how good conditions, but is not good at dealing with people, will have to live in the market, affliction. Here are 18 sayings that will help you solve these problems. Fate is a book. If you don't pay attention to it, you won't understand the content. If you read it diligently, you will definitely shed tears. 1. Get rid of the mind of resentment. The person who is hated does not suffer, but suffering is the one who holds resentment, so let go of resentment. 2. Treat fate with wisdom. Fate is a book. If you don't pay attention to it, you won't understand the content. If you read it hard, you will definitely shed tears. 3. Don't argue with a fool. Don't argue with an idiot, otherwise you won't know who is the fool. 4. Of the 4 cards of a person's life, this is the most important card. Degree is a bronze card, ability is a silver card, communication is a golden card, thinking is a trump card. 5. Successful people, winning is here. Successful people do not win at the starting point, but win at the turning point. 6. Excessive capital will turn into paper. Money has 2 types, the main thing is money, is the property. If you don't spend it, it's paper, a legacy. 7. Temperament is cultivation. Growing up handsome and pretty, but I don't know it myself, this is temperament, rich and talented, but others don't know, this is cultivation. 8. Anger control is also a kind of ability. Putting out anger is called instinct, suppressing anger down is called bravery. 9. Education and work. Simple things to do over and over again, you are the expert. Repetitive but conscientious work, you are the winner. 10. Be careful from words to deeds, many words are only useless. Manage your mouth well, don't talk about it for a moment of excitement. One sentence of goodwill is warm for 3 winters, and evil words are cold for 6 months. It is necessary to use the mind to talk. 11. Loving others is actually loving yourself. Without love, life is just like a desert. If you give someone a rose, your hand will leave an aftertaste. You need to learn to love others as you love yourself. 12. Appreciation and sympathy. Learn and respect others more, fill your heart with tolerance and appreciation. Tolerance is a kind of virtue as well as a kind of wisdom. Use tolerance to treat people, thank your friends for their help, appreciate your opponents because they are the ones who help you become stronger. 13. A good mood will help you have a healthy life. In this world, there are 2 things we can't help but do, the first is to go quickly, the second is to stop and see if our state of mind is good or bad. No, because only a good attitude can make you healthy and happy for the rest of your life. 14. Love means property, the more you survive, the more you earn. Between people and people who want to maintain a good relationship, they must meet regularly. Normally do not burn incense, until it is urgent to hug Buddha's feet, then it definitely won't. Therefore, love is necessary to hoard, like depositing money in a bank, the more you deposit, the longer the time, the greater the interest will be. 15. Swap places to consider, don't draw conclusions. In case of things, don't rush to conclusions, especially when angry, don't decide, need to learn how to change places to consider. Small things, make things small, make complicated things simple to handle, absolutely do not make things complicated. 16. Calculate less, satisfy more. Learn to see enough. The biggest affliction in life is comparing with things that don't make sense. There are always people who are not equal to you in this world, there are always people who are stronger than you. When we cry because we have no shoes to walk on, think of people who have no legs to stand on. 17. Anger at your opponent. You feel angry at your opponent, showing that you have not yet grasped the victory in your hand. Fight for victory, not revenge. 18. Find joy in work. Except for the days off, You have to work 8 hours every day. If you feel bored and bored with your work, it's not the majority of your life. You will drown in sorrow. When you treat work as life and art, you will surely know how to enjoy the joy of work. Conclusion. As long as people live, they are still happy, so cherish this short life, be a good person, so that when you close your eyes, you will not feel regret.